This is the Business Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
We've got Robin Waite with us today. He's the Fearless Business Coach. Robin is a husband and father to two young girls with a passion to help business owners set fearless goals and achieve great success. A business coach, regular speaker at various business events, best-selling author of 2 books, including this recent popular release, Take Your Shot. He has decades of business leadership experience that he puts to work coaching clients to reach their goals. Robin, thanks for being with us today.
It's a pleasure. It's lovely to be a guest.
Hey, we'd like to start at the beginning. So give me some highlights of from your childhood or from your career. Just what are some things that stand out? We want to know about you and where you came from, and then how you are where you are today. And you've got an accent that's different from some of us in the United States. So tell us where you're calling from as well.
So I'm obviously from the UK, based in a place called the Cotswolds in Gloucestershire, which is kind of southwest of the UK. Quite a hilly area. It's lots of hills, rolling countryside, which is quite handy because I'm a keen cyclist. So I do a lot of road cycling up and down those hills,
Awesome.
which can be quite exhausting. And we've actually had a very long, dark winter here, and finally the sunshine came out today. So I'm thinking, right, I'm going to don my Lycra over the next few days and hopefully get out and conquer some of those mountains.
What does that do for your soul when the sun finally comes back out and it warms up?
I feel a little bit like I've come out of hibernation.
That's awesome. Keep going. Tell us more about growing up and how you got where you are today.
Yeah, so I mean, I've always lived in this area, this part of the world, and it's my family actually started sort of near London, my mum and dad, and they moved out here basically because they were both into sort of horses and the equestrian kind of background, and yeah, they wanted me and my brother to be brought up in countryside. So I've been brought up here. I've been to school in the local area. I've never moved away. Bar about sort of 20 miles away to go to my local university, yeah, I suppose it sounds like I've led a very sheltered life, but I suppose growing up though, I've always been kind of fairly determined. So I suppose my parents didn't really have much money, and from quite an early age, I knew that I wanted to run my own businesses and kind of sort of forge my own destiny, shape my future. So I actually had a paper round at about, I think I started at 13, and I did that for 4 years. Literally solid 4 years, didn't take a morning off. It was 6 days a week, up at 5 o'clock in the morning, come rain, hail or snow and ice that we used to get out on my bike. And I suppose I learnt my work ethic. My dad used to be a policeman, so he was kind of like, it's a very disciplined career. He told me not to do it because my grandfather was a policeman, he was a policeman. I thought, I could be a policeman. He said, no, it's completely changed now. It's much more dangerous. Don't do it. And you're smarter than that. So follow this dream to set up a business. You'll be much safer. So I heeded his advice. And then I suppose the first real sort of foray into entrepreneurship for me was because I've always had jobs, and up until about 22 I always had jobs, and then I sort of thought, well, actually I want to step out of that and start actually building my own business now. And I bought and sold laptops. This is before, I suppose, the technology bubble really burst, and I was selling high-end laptops sort of about sort of $3,000 to $4,000, £2,500 ish at the time. So they were quite high-end, but they were what we call grade 2 listed. So there was a huge marketplace, and I made about £40,000 in the space of 9 months, which is a sort of 22-year-old that's pretty cool.
Derek Champagne here. I want to connect with you if you're listening to the Business Leadership Series. We can connect on LinkedIn or send me a message at derek@derekchampagne.com. I look forward to connecting.